Hello everybody and welcome back to 7 Days to Die, and as promised we are on day 28. It is 6 o'clock in game time, so we are not far off the Horde night. Now, I have done a few little bits and bobs whilst the time's been ticking, because I just wanted to get a few things set up ready to go for the next couple of episodes. Mainly the work on the bunker, because obviously watching me go back and forth all the time trying to gather cement was boring. So I've stacked a lot of cement in there, been over there most of the time. However, I did come over here and do a couple of bits, and I'm going to point out to you before we get going with Horde night. I have prepped a lot of the stuff ready for concrete. Now, there's still a lot more to do. I haven't got around to doing all this wood stuff yet, but we've got the rebar frames in. I've removed the walls. Oh, what's in there? Pop that back in there, so I don't break anything out and remove it. So I've upgraded this to stone as well. All this here, cobblestone. I've also set this out here. I've not done the rest because this gives me a bit of an indicator at a glance as to where I need to go for my next offset points. So I've just left them as is. I'll upgrade the other stuff later on. We've still got these bits here to do. Here we go. The lightning started. I need to do them there. Matter of fact, while we're here, we can do them. Go. And then we'll get our rebar frames back out. So they need upgrading when we come back. I need to do a whole layer up there. Do stage. I've also done a little bit here. Got all this ready to go. All this is ready to upgrade now. The cobblestone is set, ready to go. That's what I've done in the interim. Nothing major, just getting things prepped, ready to go. And as promised, I did say to somebody that I wouldn't touch the base. We'll head on over to the Horde base now, and I said that this base would withstand several Horde nights. And this is where the test is going to be. So the only thing I have changed, as you can see, there's a few more lights. So I've just popped some lights on the corners there, and I've just popped one out here just so I could see. And just to make it a little bit easier, obviously, for yourselves to see as well. I did start working on the ground a little bit here, and it just started messing up, so I left it. I do need to work on this at some stage, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to extend this by to start putting the foundation in. That's another project that we're going to be working on soon, alongside our bunker base, because obviously we need to start looking at getting this improved, getting it all done in concrete, and obviously replacing these so that we can be inside this nice and safely and they can't get to us. There's a few bases out there, and I have a couple of my own ideas, and I have a couple of ideas that I think could work by other people. I'm going to have a look at them both and see which one's the better one to do, and then we'll get that set up, and then we'll see how we go from there. But this is my base, this is my design. I've not seen anything like it. It's similar, but we'll see if it holds on day 28's Horde night. We're going to pick up the bicycle just in case it gets broken. Now, let's point out the things that I have changed. I've repaired all of these here. We've now got a complete surround around, because a few zombies were popping in and breaking stuff. Upgrade that there. Now we can go about and start upgrading all these here, but I'm not too worried. I'm going to leave them for now. I do want to at some stage improve on this base. Mainly because I want it to look badass. You know, it looks pretty cool now, but there's a lot more work we can do with it. My only concern that I have is that I have upgraded the door. The door may not be classed as a weak point anymore. They may start breaking the walls more than the doors. This is where I said about the storage, to be very careful about the storage and all this stuff here. This is all vulnerable, and they can break it, and I'm a bit concerned that they could break it. That's my main stuff here. I did do some organising, put a few more things in here and there. But what we're going to do right now is I'm going to keep hold of my tools just in case it does break stuff. At least I've got tools to work with. I'm going to take all of my ammo out. I've repaired my AK. So we've got an AK, we've got a pistol, a shotgun. We'll replace the bar. Our tools are in there, just in case. We shouldn't really be using the club, but just in case we'll have it. I haven't got a decent bow, so I'm not going to bother with the bow. If that was a little bit higher level, I would take the bow and the iron crossbow bolt. Why is that not working? Iron crossbow. I did trial this earlier. Oh, are you going to work for me? Yes, you've worked for me now. Excellent. For some reason earlier on it wouldn't pick up. Unless there's normal iron arrows in here somewhere. I've picked up by mistake? No, definitely not. Oh yes. Oh, possibly. Iron arrows. Could have possibly picked them up by mistake. Grenades. Go on then, we'll have a little play with a couple. Oh, the contact grenades. We'll have a go with the contact. We'll have a dabble with them. Keep the auger in there just in case. We're not overweight. We're not encumbered. We've got our bicycle wheels, so we've got an escape. Which comes to us. I'm not going to take melee weapons. I'm certainly not going to use dynamite because we saw the damage that happened last time. We've got our junk turret that's fully loaded. That can stay at the front. That can cause some damage if they do come through. Should activate with us being up there. Activate. Well, so I think we're about set. The only thing I could really do with is a bit more lighting around the area, but and these here could have really done with. I've tried to repair what I can of the walls, a few nicks and breakages here and there, but it's so hard to see on this wall. You have to keep going around like this, looking around for stuff. Okay, I think we're as good as we're ever going to get. So the only other adjustment I made was I replaced the hatch with an iron one. And I'm going to break the top one only. This one here. Should have used the fire pickaxe, but it's fire axe, but it's fine. So they can get up if they get in, but they shouldn't cause too much damage. I'd have preferred having. I'm going to upgrade them so they don't break. I'd have preferred having the bars, metal bars, but they should hold. And even if they don't hold, they're not going to be able to get up there anyway. So I'm not overly worried about that. We've got a little under 2 game hours until the horde start to come. I've got a little torch there just so I can see that. I'm hoping these torches up here are going to light the area a bit better. I'm not entirely sure if they are going to. See when the night gets darker. I can see the corners a bit easier, so maybe they will. Hopefully they will, and we can see what we're doing. We have our weaponry. We're obviously going to start with the AK first, as the main bulk of the enemy should turn up at the beginning. We've got a shotgun, and we've got a fully loaded pistol. Crossbows ready to go, in case we run out of ammo, and we're just going to throw crossbows at them. Got a couple of grenades. I'm set. I'm happy. Now, one thing to point out before it does start, if you don't have ammo, then get some. If you're 2 days, maybe even 3 days before a horde night and you've got low ammo, go out and I encourage you to find more ammo. And the reason being is because at the end of the horde night, the zombies are still there. And you're going to have to kill them. Now, obviously, you won't have the horde night issue where they're going to be running like crazy doing extra damage, but you're still going to have to deal with a large number of horde, or you get them to despawn. Despawning is a bit crappy, but you know that option is to move far enough away, they will despawn. Reset your game by logging out, logging back in if you really want to do that. However, we're not going to do that. We're going to try and kill them all. I do like the effects that they've put on the lightning now. I think they may have slightly improved it. I've certainly seen it looks better. We're going to attempt to get as much experience points as possible. Them spikes will get battered, all them round there. They're going to get battered. They slow them down, which is the crucial thing for us. We can wander around killing them. I'm going to try and keep myself to the front door here, because I'm hoping they'll go for the front door. Because that front door will take a beating, And we'll get a few shots off with the junk turret as well. That's going to be the best bet. Even though there's no spikes there, it's just a funnel for us to kill zombies. So that's what I'm hoping for. It also means that they lay off like lobber. So I promised this Horde night and I'm going to deliver it. We're going to fast forward it now to when it hits. Then we'll come back and we'll see if we actually survive. We should do. We're not playing around with dynamite and trying to show off this time with it. So this is a full run of the Horde base and of somebody who's on top of the Horde base with ammo, and we can see what we can actually achieve. Should get no deaths on this, and that's what we're aiming for. Bear in mind, this base we built, majority of it was built on the first Horde night. I have made no changes whatsoever. You know, somebody said, you know, oh, I wanted to see how it'd survive on the Horde nights. You're about to see it. Let's get right into it. Here we go, Horde night on day 28. Let's do some killing. The lights seem to be doing quite well. Oh, we got doggos this time. Oh. Like the spikes are killing them. Yeah, here we go. Let's just try and get as many pot shots as we can. Oh, vultures, vultures. We can deal with the vultures, that's not a problem. They don't do much damage. I've heard loot drop. Oh, look at them, all going for my thing. No. Don't break that wall. Look at my XP going up though, this is just great. Oh, another vulture. There we go. What was that then? I think it was just a vulture dropping. Vultures don't cause much damage, and we've got a couple of bandages just in case. Don't worry yourself over them. Oh, where did that vulture come from? Where are you? There you are. Deals with you. Oh, got a lot of vultures actually. Looks like we got a cop. Yeah, we got a cop. Get the cop down. You really want to break through that wall? Right, I'm definitely having a problem with vultures. Oh, they broke through the door. Wow, that's a lot of them. Oh, it's because there were a cop there. I think he just glitched through the wall. We really need to concentrate on keeping him out of this section of the wall here. Okay. Oh, looks like they've come in. This is the problem. I didn't want them to get him through there because they're now going to wreck my stuff. Okay, let's just make sure they don't minimize the damage. Okay, we're out of ammo there. Go. See if we can. There we go. Right. Oh, I let 2 rounds go off there, didn't want to. They're just piling up for me. There we go. Oh, someone's just trying to spit bile at me. Bloody vultures. Yeah, we definitely got a problem with vultures. Right, let's just get a first aid kit out. Let's use first aid kits. That cop's turned up to the wall now. Right, okay, let's see. Can't remember if I could drop a grenade in there. Oh, I just forgot to pull the pin. Okay, different. It looks like the hitbox for the bars is a lot further out than I expected. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Okay. Well, we've got a problem. Oh. Oh, I should have reloaded. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, so had we not thrown a grenade at ourselves, we'd have been alright. However, we did throw a grenade at ourselves. So we are going to escape. Get the pistol out. Keep moving. I should have definitely put the bicycle on the bar. Oh, come off it, the vulture. So, we'll not be using them grenades again, because they are awful. See if we can get away with spawning on it. I mean, they've wrecked this already. See if we can get some. Got 8 wooden frame blocks. Let's see if we can get back to our. I don't know if they've seen us. Get back to the base. The dead dog. Glitched out, doggy. Oh, we're here. Grab the loot. If we get stuck out. Okay, there we go. We're back. Right, where's them zombies? I'm very annoyed about them grenades. 2 deaths by our own grenades. I completely forgot they were explosive on impact. Been annoyed about this because that was clearing that, so... Where are the zombies gone? Come to come back in. I mean, there weren't many of them left, but the grenade couldn't have took them all out. The grenade took the vulture out. What that is, that's glowing, but it's not a zombie. Some food. We're topped off. Well, it looks like it's the end of the Horde night. Well, I'm a little disappointed that the last half... Oh no, we're still in effect, I think. Is that zombies there? looks like zombies to me. No, it's not. Just garbage. I mean, there's only so many zombies that come anyway, but ours is set quite high. But we did get a lot of zombies at first, a lot of dogs and vultures. We could have cleared the wave enough for it to not respawn. Not a bad thing, but hoping for more. Right, we'll cut it here and we'll bring it back into the daytime, see what the damage was. And that is the end of our Horde night, and slightly disappointed with how it turned out. However, we've still got a good idea of how the base survived. One thing to point out, we did kill about 50 odd zombies. So what I think's happened is we fell out of the range of where our bed is to where the zombies were. So when we respawned, it despawned the zombies, and obviously that killed the remainder of them, and no more were left to come. We've got it set to 64 zombies per person. So had there been 3 of us up here, we'd have had a lot of zombies. We also have them set on a higher difficulty as well, which is surprising that they didn't cause more damage. Freebies there. But let's have a look at what damage they did cause. Well, they did get through the wall, but as you can see, they got through one block of the wall. The dogs could get through quite easily then, but the zombies still couldn't. One thing to note, I did repair this off camera, but that was nearly destroyed. That is all of our resources. That would have been painful. It has caused damage to this that we need to repair. That's fine. There's a couple of scratches here and there. Pillars. These back pillars were fine. I'm a bit concerned they were actually beating on that door. As you can see, that's quite damaged. We need to repair that. A land claim block slightly damaged. I'd only removed the top layer, and I think even if I removed, well, they broke the second layer and they could still reach up, and I think because they were stacking so much, that is a concern. And the main damage is around, obviously, the door. There's not much damage on the wall itself. The door is completely gone. But this survived. There are hardly any spikes on this side at all, because this is the side they came from. They took out... Look at that, see? While we improved these. They did take this section out. Now, if they'd have got through there, they'd have got underneath into the... You know, the foundation, and had we not improved the foundation, we could have had a problem. As a matter of fact, we haven't improved the foundation yet. That's something we need to do if we're going to do this, because it's still wood. Improve it. I think this was just damage from them trying to get up here, or from my shots possibly. I think it might have been from my shotgun shots. That thing damages my buildings as well as zombies. The turret itself is probably out of ammo. No, it's not out of ammo. I'm quite surprised at that. It is, however, due for an MOT soon. But overall, I'm happy with the outcome. I'm not happy. I don't use grenades. I thought it'd be a good idea to use a grenade, kind of like, you know, make it a little bit more entertaining for the video, and that blew up in my face. Twice, so I probably won't be doing that again. Grenades are banned from my Horde nights. However, I'm very confident with what this has achieved. The lighting was much better with the lights being on these edges here. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Have a laugh at my expense to my exploding my face off. I'm going to leave this design pretty much as it is for the next Horde night. That's how confident I am it's going to survive. I might have a look at what we can do against the vultures. I might just grab a couple of ammo, a couple of bandages, and maybe move the turret to the top instead of down there, because it didn't really do too much down there, and let it take out the vultures as they come. Yeah, and I'll probably put a bed up here as well so I don't spawn down there again. That was just annoying. because if I'd have spawned up here, we wouldn't have had the second problem. But you know, these things happen. You can clearly see this base was never going to get destroyed. We were facing police spewing zombies, and he weren't doing much damage. He doesn't do much damage to the stone. It's later down the line when you start getting infected and it's just irradiated. They will cause damage to this. This base will survive though. I will consider testing the base at a later stage with some high level zombies. I may actually build a new horde base somewhere else and leave this, and we'll test it to see what horde night it can actually survive. Better still, let's see if we can get 2 or 3 people on to test it. But that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for checking it out. I'm going to hang my head in shame about my grenades, never throw them again, and go and collect some more ammo. And then we'll come back to hopefully build some more on our project. Well, thank you very much for checking out this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've had a laugh. I hope you've been able to see that this base can test, have the test of time, and you can build something derived from it. Until next time, everybody, take care for now. Bye bye.